Alright guys, so we got our Pro D2s here with us today, and we're going to be installing it into this Nissan Altima headlight. It's a 2010 and 2013 model. This is the HID version as well. So from factory, this vehicle comes with HID. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect this real quick because we were just testing earlier. Put that down here. And pretty much this again is the Pro D2, so this is going to replace the HID kits from factory that are D2s, D4, Rs, S, whatever it has. As long as it's a D2 or a D4, this should cover it, but it has to be a specific ballast, okay? As you can see of the design, they're rounded. So if yours looks like a square, then it won't work, okay? But if it's a round one like this, once I remove the ballast, I'll compare it just so you can see how it looks, then this will work for it, okay? So at this moment, this is vehicle specific. We've tested on Infinitis, different Nissan models, and even some Mazdas and Subarus. So once we get more results from those, we'll show those off as well. But for now, we know for sure Nissan's, it's working on them. Altimas, Maximas, Infinitis, G35, G37s, they have the same style of ballast. So we're gonna show you how to install it and how it works, okay? So first is first, you want to make sure you disconnect your ballast. So it's held in by 3 Phillips screws that goes in here. Once you take those out, they will look like these, okay? So put those aside, and it's very simple to remove. It just comes off like that, okay? Don't lose this because you're gonna use it later. And this vehicle, as you can see, has the harness cut. So I actually had to find the cabling to wire it up so I can power it and test everything, make sure it works. But your original harness will look like this. This is the original plug from your vehicle's harness. This connects to the ballast, okay? So it will go like this, okay? On our previous D2 kits, what you had to do was you actually had to disconnect this. So if you ever talk to one of our reps and you ask how do you install this, we always say you gotta bypass the ballast, so it means disconnect it. You use the harness that comes from the actual vehicle, and you will tap into this to get power and ground, and then you will hook that up to our bulbs, and that's how you will get it to work. But now you don't have to do that. Now it's all pretty much plug and play. You will replace the whole HID kit, so you won't have to just tap into power to get the bulb just to turn on. You actually got a whole kit now to replace it, okay? So we're gonna put that to the side for now and show you the rest, okay? So once you got this off, don't pull it because you actually have the connector still over here. So I'm gonna put this to the side for now. Just closer, okay? Leave that there. Remove your cap, okay? Put it to the side. And this is where your D2 goes. So just to make it easier, pull that off. Turn signal. And what you'll do is counterclockwise to remove, okay, just like that. And at that point, you see your D2 bulb in here. That's your HID bulb, okay? So we're gonna leave that in there for right now. We're gonna actually focus on getting this out. So to get it out, you're actually gonna remove this, which is a Phillips head. So you just get your Phillips head screwdriver, take that off. You can just enter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we can start from here.
All right.
Okay, once you got those screws on the side out, just put it there. And next thing you're gonna do is push in the push clip. Okay. I recommend use a flathead unless you got long nails, then you can probably push the clip in here and pop it out. Just like that. And at that point, just pull the whole thing out, okay? So you don't lose stuff, put it back where they go. there, put it there. And remember, this one that came off the actual ballast itself, this seal, you're gonna retain, okay? We are gonna provide aftermarket seals, but just in case, because again, they're aftermarket, they're universal, they might be a little bit too thin or maybe too thick. So in case you have issues where you can't press on the actual new driver, then just use the original one because you know it's the perfect fit. So all you would do is just transfer it, put it on top, and that's how it will look, okay? And you can see it's a perfect fit. The next thing is, when you get the actual kit, the bulbs might not be connected. They'll actually arrive like this, okay? There'll be two pieces. How you connect them, pretty much what you'll do, you wanna get this part, and there's an actual little black guide right here, okay? You wanna line that up with this hole here. So once you put here, put it all the way in, put on your little locking ring, lock it. There you go. And at that point, it's ready to install. It won't come with tape, okay? We put the tape here just so like it doesn't go all over the place, but that's how it is. That's all you gotta do. And then now we're here to this point. We're going to unclip the bulb. Comes off just like that. Put that to the side. And you're gonna get your new D2. You're gonna remove the base. It's a twist, so counterclockwise to remove. Install this piece first, okay? Line it up. It has a specific way it goes. And make sure once you got it in there, it sits flush all the way down, or else it won't let your clip go over it, just like that. So at this point, you're pretty much set. All you have to do is just slide our bulb in. And what you want to do before you do that, so if your headlight is like this, when it's installed in the actual vehicle, you want to make sure you install your bulb in this position, okay? It'll probably go like a little bit angle, so when you twist it to lock it, it'll end up in this position, okay? So put the bulb just like that. It doesn't take much to lock it in place. At that point, you're good. Your cable's here, and what you're gonna do now is pass your actual wiring into it. Make sure you line this up correctly as well. There you go. And then you're gonna have to connect these over here. Okay. Reinstall your screws. Again, these are 3 Phillips heads, so just use your Phillips screwdriver. Don't over tighten. Once you feel it that it's capped, that's as far as you'll go. You don't want to strip anything, especially since it's plastic. And I'm talking about the housing, not the actual driver. The driver is aluminum. Okay. At this point, the unit is set. I'll take this off real quick. Okay, it's installed. And what you're gonna do now is test it, okay? So, we got our little rig over here set up already. We're gonna hook it up, get power to it. Okay, again, that's your OEM harness, connects right to it. We're gonna aim it at a wall real quick. And there you have it. So that replaces your OEM HID kit, and it's gonna be an instant turn on or instant start. As you can see right here, it's off, on, instant, full blast at all times. Okay. We'll also make a comparison between the HID, how it starts, and the halogen, not the halogen, the LED. And you'll see for yourselves how this one starts real quick compared to the other one. You don't have to wait for that warm up, it's auto. So at this point, you're pretty much done. Make sure you put your cap back on. So that ain't coming out. And you're done. So, just real quick, just to talk about the special features of these, is that the new Pro D2s, pretty much they have two integrated temperature chips now. So there's gonna be one on the bulb and one on the actual driver. What that happens is that sometimes if the bulb overheats and it starts to fail, it'll send a signal to the actual driver, which will recognize that the bulb is having issues, and it'll lower the wattage to prevent it from burning out or from going out completely. And then if this also starts to fail in here, it'll send a signal to this letting you know that the bulb is going out, and it'll be the same thing. It'll actually lower the wattage to try to help prevent this from going out, because this is where all the power is transferring from to this. So that's one new feature we added there. We call it the security chip. And then we also have the temperature reading chips in here too, where the same thing, if it gets too hot, it'll actually lower the wattage. If it thinks it's gonna fail, or if something does fail in it that will cause the bulb to go out pretty soon, it'll actually start flashing to let you know something's wrong. So it'll keep the same function as an OEM bulb. So what happens is when your OEM bulb goes out, your lights will be flickering, or you'll get your little error code that says bulb out on the left side or right side. So same thing with this, it has that same feature. This thing will tell you, it'll start flickering or it'll flash 3 times, shut off. It tells you something's wrong with the bulb, okay? And this is with this specific bulb. If you experience this with other bulbs, then that's completely different to this. So if you have something else, then give us a call, we'll help you out with that. But for this specific vehicle, that's one of those safety features now, so it lets you know, it lets the driver know something's wrong with the bulb in case it's about to fail. The actual internals have been replaced, so they're more better. These are actually designed completely different compared to other bulbs. Not sure if you guys can see that, but on these LEDs, they're actually built or soldered right through the actual copper plate that usually is behind the PCB board. This time, to make it last more longer and dissipate heat faster, it goes through the actual copper plate first, and then it goes to the PCB. And there's also liquid cooled in there, so there's liquid inside that copper plate, okay? So that helps it cool down much faster. Also, the size has been reduced, so these are much smaller, so they should clear multiple vehicles now with dust caps, as you saw over here. Your caps are able to go back on. Before, they were a little bit longer, so the cap usually wouldn't be able to come back on, but now they do. So that's a very big benefit. Don't have to worry about anything going inside your housing. Also, more fitment compared to before. So Fans are also ball bearing now, so they're better than the compared to the older fans that were just pretty much, what do you call those? I guess just normal fans. The ball bearing ones are much quieter and they won't be as loud as well. So guys, this is also a true 45 watt bulb, so you're getting 45 watts of power at all times. Other ones were rated up to 45, so they will bounce between 40, 45, around there. Now these will be 45. So in case this does overheat, when the wattage is dropped down, you really won't notice it because it's a high wattage bulb, so you won't really notice it when it drops in wattage, okay? So other than that, guys, if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to let us know and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you for watching.